Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome traders to this week's analysis of Forex pairs. My name is Vic. Thanks for joining me in this analysis. Hope you're doing well. I've already posted an analysis on EURUSD, but let me revise a little bit. So we were actually looking for an opportunity here in this zone, which we identified last week, to go for a short or to take profits on our long position, and the market came right there into that zone and started to fall. Now if you were looking for a short position, you had multiple factors lining up for you. One is you had a W pattern completing right there, then you had this double top, you also had this test of this trend line, and then once the market fell down, we had a retest again before it fell down once again. Now we are expecting market to go upwards a little bit. If it finds any kind of bullish momentum, then it will go into this level or maybe a little bit higher. You can watch that entire analysis on the YouTube channel later on, but we are still bearish on EURUSD. It can go back into this zone and all that. This entire area is looking for any sort of opportunities from swing trading point of view, but overall it is expected to go down to this level where the bigger W pattern is completing. So if you're looking for a confirmation in here, then you had multiple factors lining up. On VATA as well, we had opportunities, we had confirmations to go short. So this was the short on EURUSD, and this was the profit level which it reached. If I was looking for 1 hour time frame, then there was a opportunity right there to go short, and there was a retest. This double top performed. There was a short opportunity right there, then we had another one right there. So all of these, this one has reached its profit target, this one has reached its profit target, this one has reached its profit target. Similarly on the long side, this reached the profit target, but if you wanted, you could have actually taken extended profits going all the way until the next arrow shows up. So good confirmations on EURUSD. Hope you were able to catch some profitable trades on EURUSD. Let's look at AUDUSD. Now on AUDUSD, we knew that market was going to fall from this level of 7,204.08, which we identified a few weeks ago. We were expecting market to go rally up into this level, and I mentioned that market could actually go back into that zone to create a double top. That's exactly how it happened, and then market struggled a little bit with this trend line, and I reported that market could be giving us a very good confirmation right there if you're looking for a manual confirmation to go short, and it's turned out to be very nice. Now overall, what we are looking for is again similar to what we have on EURUSD. This can actually go a little bit up to test this level of 71784 before it starts to fall down, but it is ultimately expected to fall down to near about this level, which is 7116, and which is kind of our previous level which we identified a few weeks ago. So market keeps on going to the similar levels all the time. This is the previous structure level as well, and that confluences nicely with Fibonacci. So we have a pattern completing right like this in that zone. So this is what we are looking at. Now let's see what we had on VATA as well. AUDUSD, this is where we are. Okay, so 4 hour time frame, we already have this confirmation on 4 hour, but because there has been a lot of bearish momentum eaten up by this candle, if it actually goes back up and performs a retest, that will give you a better position to get involved, and this is going to be near about approximate profit target level which we identified from our manual analysis as well. This is 78.6, and this is exactly where this line is. So what I can actually tell you, what I can actually help you in taking very good position in the market. Now if you were actually trading on 1 hour, you had this confirmation right there and then this is approximately reaching its profit target. Remember, these profit targets and stop levels are just for guidance, but you can use them. This is where the double top was formed, and we got a very good confirmation on the color change. The way it works is you need to see the color change first in the trend, and then approximately same time you should see an arrow coming as well. Now if the color changes before or after arrow, if there is a lot of delay, there is a delay of like more than 2 or 3 candles, then obviously that's not a good signal. Here we color changed and then arrow appeared, that's why it fell and reaches profit target. Similarly here, but remember, VATA is not a magical indicator or anything like this. You need to have some kind of analysis. Now our analysis was already telling us that market was supposed to go down from that level, and that actually gives us a context. That gives us the context why we want to enter any kind of position in Australian dollar. And if you wanted to look for a confirmation, this is what we got right there and here. So that's how you can eliminate the noise, and you can also take very profitable trades. Okay, so that's AUDUSD. Now let's look at GBPUSD. On GBPUSD, we knew that market was going to come into this level of 32,000. I was little reluctant about that, but because this was a very good round number, that's why I mentioned that it never reached there, but we knew that market was going to go down to this level, and it has come to one of our previous levels which we identified. Remember, as I just mentioned, these levels keep on coming back to us again and again. So now market has fallen to this. There was a W pattern which was completed right there, and an extension was going to be completed at 32,000. So now market was expected to go down, and pretty much like what we saw on AUDUSD, EURUSD, and this is happening because of the DXY started to pick some strength, and that started to show in the inverse pairs across the board. So if it was going down, you could have actually planned for a short position. Personally, I did not take any position on GBPUSD. I was more involved on EURUSD. So if you were taking trades on GBPUSD, let's see what we could have actually achieved. Okay, this is the signal on GBPUSD that we could have taken and profited from there, because this is the approximate profit target which market was able to hit based on our analysis. Now you should not, or maybe you could actually take in this trade, but because our analysis is telling that market is reaching high, like it is reaching the top, it is reaching very high price, so it's never advisable to buy at the top, right? It's buy low and sell high. So even although this signal around here is kind of like accurate and it reaches profit target, but I would have avoided this completely. And this short signal was not a good one, because we want to see a color change, not the color in the same color. We need to see a color change, we need to see a trend change. So this is where the proper signal was, and it was able to reach the profit target as well. So this is how you can avoid the noise as well. So on GBPUSD, we can expect market to move a little bit higher. If it does, then we can find better opportunities to go and look for a better trade, better short trade. But it can come back down to this, and if this level is broken, then we are looking for 1.29488 level, and if that is broken, then we are looking at this level. So if you find my previous analysis on GBPUSD, you'll be able to see why and how these levels have been calculated. Let's look at USDCAD. USDCAD has found its momentum in that zone that we identified a few weeks ago. We knew that market was going to come down here, but we were little worried about getting it little bit further down into this VATA cluster, and it did, because there is a round number of 1.33, but market got little overextended. See, it actually came to 78.6 and went up and then started to fall down. Now because the market has started to move higher, and it has started to pick up little bit momentum, that's why the DXY is also getting a little it's gaining a little bit of strength. So we are here right now, So what we can expect? We can expect market to actually start moving upwards. Now if it actually breaks this level of 34586, then it is expected to go higher. But remember, we also had this M pattern that we have talked about in past, and the market has just completed that pattern, an extended version of this around here. So when the market will do that, it will try to come back and test the midpoint, which is going to be around here. So if the market finds enough bullish momentum, then it is going to come to 34787. If it finds bearish momentum, then it is going to come back down to near about this level of 1.31500. If that is broken, then we are looking at 1.30154. So ideally, depending on how the market is going to react, we are actually looking for a position like that. But we are at the moment in this market, we are looking for a buy position, at least for short term, because if this trend line is broken, then we can look for a buy setup. We could have actually gone long from here, because this is a very good level of 1.32754, which we talked about a few weeks ago in my analysis. So let's see what we had on here. If I go and pick up USDCAD, this is the signal that actually came right there, and it reached its potential profit target. It actually extended, so you could have stayed in that position for a longer period of time. And this is how you could have done, like, you need to come up with some analysis. If you follow my analysis, you can use that with that, or if you have your own, you can still use it with that. Okay, let's move on to USDJPY. On USDJPY, again, pretty much like USDCAD, it has actually started to find little bit of bullish momentum now, and it is actually looking very good at the moment. So if I remove these drawings, actually before even do that, we were expecting market to come to this level. If you remember, these are all the levels that I identified, and these are still valid. So let's not remove them. Actually, in fact, we can make use of them. So if I draw Fibonacci on here on this leg, and we see that it has come to 50% right there, and now it is reacting to 61.8. Now if the market actually finds bearish momentum, it can come down all the way to this level, 102399. However, if the market starts to move higher right now, and if it actually goes beyond 106641, then this may never come. So market may still try to go back up into these levels. For now, it has found a little bit of bullish momentum, and it could be actually forming a W pattern right there like this. So that W pattern will look something like this. If we draw Fibonacci on it, we see that it has come to 61.8. that means it is expected to come to right into that level of 78.6. so what we are looking for is actually a bullish setup, depending on a confirmation right there, but it needs to go through 106489 to be able to come to 641. If this level of the 78.6 is broken, then we are looking at somewhere around 108407, and that will give a lot of strength to DXY. If USDCAD and USDJPY start to move like this, then they will give a lot of strength to DXY. So what we had on here, because the market has been moving upwards and we were looking for a buy setup, we are looking for only upward confirmations. So let's find USDJPY in here. Let me actually quickly remove a lot of these. So now we should be able to find USDJPY, which is right there. Okay, on USDJPY, this is the signal that came on 4 hour, and market started to move pretty high, and it was able to reach its potential profit target. If we go to the 1 hour time frame, as we know, like, on lower time frames there will be lot more noise, but this was the signal which actually came, but there is no trend change right there, so that means this is not a valid signal. The only signal that you had was around here, which actually stopped out. So if you are swing trading, then obviously the 4 hour is going to make much more sense, and that's what you're looking at in terms of USDJPY. So this came and started to move, and it reached profit target. If we get any further confirmation, then we'll go and take that trade to go long. On the daily time frame, we have already got a confirmation to go long, and that's why it is expected to move at least into that level which we identified. So this works beautifully with what we are trying to do. That is why this is acting as an assistant tool, because you perform the analysis and it tells you whether your analysis has like some gravity to it, some substance to it, and it also gives you some confirmation whether you are going in the right direction or not. Okay, let's look at we have gone through EURUSD, AUDUSD, GBPUSD, USDCAD. Let's look at USDCHF. USDCHF is exactly similar to what we see on other USD pairs like USDJPY and USDCAD. There has been a lot of sell-off, and now it has found a little bit of base here, but it is not enough. So far it is not enough at all. So if we look on the monthly time frame, we see that market is struggling with a lot of spiky behavior which has been present in the past. Because of this spiky behavior, I do not tend to trade USDCHF. I trade EURUSD more, which is kind of like an inverse of USDCHF anyway. So this is the zone, this is the demand zone which has been tested. It has been actually tested quite a few times, and this time it is looking pretty weak, so it can actually break through that. But so far what we can see, it is kind of holding, and the reason behind that is that we also have an M pattern developing right there. This looks very much similar to what we have on EURUSD and a USDCAD as well. So we have 50%. Market was supposed to come to 113, and that's where the pattern is completed. Now in some extension cases it can come down to 127.2 as well. So this is the entire zone that we are looking to buy. We are looking for only buys for now because the pattern has been completed, and this is looking overstretched as well, as you can see from the structure of this Bollinger Band. So what we can expect, if the market starts to find little bullish momentum, we can expect it to come to first of all around here. This is an important level for this market for now, and then we are looking for next major level around there. So we are looking for this sort of move if possible. So if we go and look at what kind of confirmations we have so far, we are looking for USDCHF. It's right there, and we go to the daily time frame. Now look at this, the color changed later and the arrow came before, so that means this is not a good signal, right? Frequent changes are signs of consolidation and not giving us better signal. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame, we should get a better signal, and this is a very good signal that we have got. Now color changed, and nearly about same time we got a long opportunity to go long, and it reaches potential profit target right there. And this is happening because we already found that spot. We already knew that a pattern was getting completed right there. Similarly, our trend changed here, and we got a confirmation, and this was the entry. We got also confirmation to go short. Now if you're looking for structure based analysis, let's say if I go to the daily time frame and if I put a resistance line like this, the market came into that resistance and then it was supposed to go down. That's what you wanted to trade. You could have actually got this very nice confirmation, and this was your profit target approximate. Obviously it went further than that. So we are expecting market to actually move upwards, but it may form another week of candle, bearish candle before it starts to move up, because we have got an indecision candle present on USDCHF. So that's my analysis on forex pairs. Hope you enjoyed this, hope you found this useful, and if you are interested in VATA, you can find that link in the description. If you found this useful and informational, hit the like button, and in the comment section let me know what you think about this analysis, what is your opinion, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. If you are interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see Core Strategy Training Program. On this page you'll be able to see the testimonials of previous students and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence Training Program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you are interested in joining this program, come to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see and submit this form. Thank you for watching. Find and follow us on these social media channels.